Oh my god. Stupid Glipglor boys. It scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck. Hi, guys. I'm trying to change my stupid skin, but I don't know why the Minecraft, like, launcher's been being so weird recently. Hi, chat. I feel arrested. Now, I didn't go to sleep because I was gonna mess up my sleeping schedule. I just stayed in bed for like 4 hours and now I feel better. I feel energized. I feel awesome. I need to combine 2 skins, by the way, chat. But I'm gonna use this is like a non. Oh my god! Every time that I try to like update a skin, every time that I do something, it's just like not working. Anyways, secret agent. This is a low-key like a secret stream because I was like, all right, I don't want to like lose the daily streaming streak. I mean, in a way. Wait, hold on. Let me. What music do we? Do my feet hurt? Okay, you know what? We're playing Big Yardigans music, and I don't give a fuck about what you think. Okay. What do I do about this? Dude, I saw a tweet about Twackity. I saw a tweet about Quackity. Like, just got like a notification of him asking, like, can you like please tell me like all the streamers that have like shit talked about me, my streams being very short or me not streaming? And I was like, oh my god. I hope no one sent. I don't know. I feel like I should talk him a lot, chat. Is like not in a bad way, but it's like I think I do it more in Spanish. Or in Spanish, because my Spanish community like complains a lot. It's really funny. They're like, "Oh my god, then you go back to English viewers. Oh my god, yes, just leave us and abandon us. Go do another 7-hour stream for your English viewers if you love them so much." They're always acting like that. It's really funny. Holy shit, chat. How are we getting out of here, by the way? Oh, by the way, I'm like planning. I need to add the corruption to this skin. Poor Spanish viewers. I feel bad for them too. Dude, I was watching. Can I say that I'm washed at Minecraft? Is that crazy to say? I feel like my Minecraft level has gone down like 100% or like 200% in the past like days. Wait, this is a theme song. I don't want to listen to a theme song. Chat, I genuinely think I'm on my goat is washed era. Like, I've been like realizing that because I haven't like played Minecraft in a way that I usually did constantly, like my general level and understanding of everything has gone down. If you do some Spanish, I don't have time to do Spanish streams because I need to do Huevones show. I don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing, dude. I don't know how to like do the 2 things at the same time. But yeah, this might be like the skin that I'm gonna be wearing now that I'm like the harbinger, binger. Stupid word. Can I change my title, please? I don't want to be called a harbinger, whatever that stupid thing. Can I just be like the Lord of the Corruption or something? Can we just like make it some like edgy title instead? You can say Herald? I don't even know, dude. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have a one-on-one talk with the Corruption. I'm gonna be like, dude, I appreciate the honors, but we need to change this, dude. I hate this thing. So, man, I don't know. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, guys, I think your goat's washed. I feel like all those days that I didn't play Minecraft when I was editing the cinematic and all those days that I stopped doing my daily 2 hours of PvP and I stopped doing like parkour in general. And this is something that I realized not on the realm because here's the thing. The way that you play in the realm is very different than the way that you play in Huevones show. You know what I mean? Like, chat, I'm like washed. When I'm like because of like how in the realm I just kind of like walk around and do nothing. And just do nothing like 90% of the time. When I go and playing with on a show where actually there's been like situations when I need to be like fully locked in because it's like PvE server where we have to fight sometimes very OP mobs and just kind of like a dungeons type of like thingy. No, yeah, we can lock in, but that's what I'm trying to say. And then I was watching Durab play PvP just now, and I realized that I think that was like, when you hit rock bottom. You know when you hit rock bottom. It was like Durab queued a PvP game, and it was like with the lifesteal kit, which honestly I genuinely don't have that knowledge yet, and I was just like, dude, I need to lock back in. So I think there is a chance that I might stop playing the realm just to play PvP more. Is that crazy to say? Listen, I love the realm, but let's be honest, I'm not grinding for Nirvana. Unless I do a realmathon, I'm not grinding for Nirvana, and I don't think I can do a realmathon. I'm gonna be fully honest right now. Unless Bad helps me or someone else helps me, I don't think I'm doing all that. I don't think I'm doing all that because it is such a hard grind that I don't have the time to, because I also am trying to balance with one show, and I'm also not playing enough time with one show, so it's just really complicated. I might take a lore approach, but it's very difficult also because in a way playing this like character requires me to be strong, and that's an issue. So that's like something that I was like thinking when I was in my bed earlier. I was thinking a lot when I'm in my bed, not doing anything, procrastinating. I'm thinking, well, Bad has been waiting for you, yes, but I'm not leaving Yellow. Bad will like. Here's the problem: is that of course I love Bad Boy Halo, and we're like really good friends, and I love to play Minecraft with Bad Boy Halo, and I would love to spend more time with Bad Boy Halo. But also in the way story wise, does not make sense for me to join Green. Yeah, I don't want to make the admins work. Yeah, the late time in the animatic kind of fucked everything. Yeah, but I'm also proud of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also proud of it. So it's kind of like a win-lose situation. I sacrificed a lot of things in exchange for that. But yeah, because you guys have to take this into consideration. Okay, I'm gonna be leaving to Europe around the 20-something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be leaving during that, and I also have to play with one show. And I'm gonna be on Europe until probably... Dude, it's almost gonna be a month. I think I'm gonna be in Europe for like 3 weeks. / Gen. So... yeah, that's a long time. And I don't know if in the UK I'm gonna have like a setup available. I don't know if I'll be able to play in the realm. Yeah, no. I am not only going to Amsterdam, well, Rotterdam for TwitchCon. I'm going also to the UK to visit friends and visit more friends. And then visit more friends, because surprisingly I didn't realize how many friends I had from the UK, so... Yeah, no. I mean, if TBH, guys, if there was like an important lore stream that I had to attend or something like that, I am sure I can like ask for someone's setup. Or something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll take my mic with me. Cause I feel like maybe I'll take my mouse and my mic. Cause if anything, I'll my mouse is like the only thing that I kind of like need. And my mic is always because, you know, it's good to have like a mic, because not a lot of people have like a spare mic on their setup. I don't know. Thingy, chat. I don't know. We'll see, chat. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of like why, like right now, I've been like, I was like thinking, and it's like, Because, of course, I am a believer that if you want to play a villain character, you gotta make sure that you can kick ass and not get your ass kicked really easily. And right now, I can get my ass kicked really easily. So I think probably the only grinds that I'm gonna do for my character, are probably gonna do, like, I may, like, Prestige twice, heavy armor. I may Prestige twice, I may Prestige twice, heavy weapons, we shall see. I don't know how, it depends on the mood. Because I feel like with certain things, I feel like, if anything, chat, I always have potions. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like after my fight with Clown, I know exactly how, potions work, and I think even with potions, I'll be able to tank for a little bit. Maybe I won't be able to kill people, but at least for me, I can, like, tank. Yeah, it's just, like, I don't know if I have, like, the mental strength to, like, grind for Nirvana right now. Yeah. Anyways. The Backyardigans songs are awesome. We should do, like, a watch party in the Discord one time with, like, watching Backyardigans. Anyways. Topic aside, yeah, it's like, for example, if I were to do a Realmathon, that will also mean that I will only play the Realm, like Ross did, for example, and it will take me, like, a week. That's still a week. And I don't know if you guys know, but currently I have a Spanish thing called Huevones Show, which requires their rules, right? It's really good. Like, today was, like, one of the best days. They're like doing this whole, like, kind of like role play where it's like kind of like Arcane, you know, like Piltover and Son. So there's, like, a bridge that divides two areas, and they're burnt out the bridge. Are two. And one side it's the rich people, and then in the other side it's the poor people. So the rich people started to kill the poor people, and now one of the players in their Farfadox is apparently trying to make a rebellion to kill the rich people, and there've been like battles between the two of them, and there's been, like, helicopters, and it's a really silly show. Like, the whole series is, like, really silly, and there's, like, NPCX, you know, like the snails, but like NPCs, but they actually roleplay with their voices. And at like the end of every day, there's, like, a news broadcast. It's just basically broadcast what happens on the server during the day and all that stuff, and, like, also other silly things. It's just, like, Hispanic humor, and they've been, like, broadcasting about, like, the fights and, like, them escaping jail and, like, having this thing, like, rich versus poor. It is crazy. I'm probably gonna be there a lot more tomorrow. We shall see. Because apparently they're doing, like, more roleplay now, and I love that. You guys know that I love that. I've been taking it really chill. Yeah. So, I may... Depends. I don't know. I'll balance both, but yeah. Honestly, it's just, during how time demanding the realm currently is, I don't think I can dedicate that much to it. I'm still down to, like, logging on and doing, like, thingies and, like, doing lore from time to time and hanging out with friends. And being the harbinger is kind of like a big responsibility that I'm also, like, willing to take. Does that make sense? Like, I was like, yeah, this is okay. I can do this. Because I'm going to be honest, chat. Oh my god, I'm going to be so honest. If I wasn't the harbinger, like, if I didn't, like, take that decision, who else? Like, let's be honest, Pangy, really. Pangy, the guy that it's like, guys, this corruption is kind of talking to me, but I'm kind of scared. Oh my god, guys. Oh no, Loki, please protect me from the corruption. It's speaking to me. It's giving me nightmares. Oh, Loki, please. Oh, whatever you say, beautiful, please. Don't let this corruption take me, please. That guy was not even suitable to be the harbinger. Oh, let's so be honest. Let's so be honest. He wouldn't have the power to commit to that. Anyways, I'm putting my armor before I die. But yeah, I need to make this, like, skin corrupted so I can wear the helmet. Yeah, it makes sense to be me. I'm willing to do it for, like, story and all that. I mean, someone had to do it. I'll do it. I have no problem. Me. Also, we need to go, we need to go and get, lots of wood. We need to get lots of wood. I wanna, like, change the flooring in here. You know, it'd be really good for me to have line artist. How do I unlock line artist, chat? Be honest with me. What level is that? Oh. Oh my god, yes. Wait, this is so good. Okay, so this is gonna be awesome for our building thingy. We need quartz. Can I, chat? I'll ask Bad. Do you have a fortune pick I could use? I need quartz. I'll ask Bad. This is like out of character, by the way. This is an out of character stream. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I just kind of like wanted to log on and like work on the realm, but I figured like, oh, I could just like stream for a little bit. Is he awake still? I'll be surprised if he's sleeping actually. Okay, chat. How the fuck do we get out of here? Oh, that's a genuine question. How the fuck do we get out of here? Remind me to put a water bucket. But yeah, I went to a convention today. Chat. Chat. The convention was really fun. A couple people asked me for pictures, which was kind of cool. Especially because not a lot of people in Costa Rica recognize me. Or just in general. People just don't recognize me in general because I haven't shown my face. I was very self-conscious about my hair today. I mean, it didn't look bad. Like, it's not like my hair looks hideous or ugly, but I just don't really like the length. It's too long. No, I didn't buy anything from the artist alley, although there were some, like, Club Penguin stickers that I really wanted to buy. The problem is I'm saving money, chat. I'm, like, literally on a complete lockdown unless it's, like, something that I needed. I'm, like, on complete lockdown from using my money because, you know, TwitchCon and, like, Europe and all that. Do you think I can make this? Ow. I can try. Yeah. It's just that, you know, I still try to, like, wear, like, a cap. If I can get in, if I can get in the hole, maybe. Yes. Nice. Okay, remind me to get a water bucket. But yeah, it was really cool. I don't know what things. Oh my god. I did an interview today, but it was so fucking funny. Because when I tell you that people don't recognize me, it's understandable because I'm like a internet niche micro celebrity thing. But there was like this person that was wearing cosplay with Spreen. Do you guys know who Spreen is? Okay. I'm gonna tell it in English, although you guys won't understand it. There was like this guy that was wearing a Spreen cosplay. And the guy generally had no fucking clue who I was, which, okay, that's, like, that's fair. I understand, because, you know, understandable. Wait, where's Sam's house? This way? Yeah, this way. Which understandable, by the way. But then, like, there is, like, this person, right? Who told them, like, oh, this is Pilly, by the way, blah, blah, blah. He roleplayed with Juan Guarnizo. And I was like, oh, brother. You know, you could have said a lot of things about introducing me. I love this person, by the way, but I just thought it was really funny. I was like, dude, you could have said a lot of things about introducing me. Like, oh, I'm an artist. I'm a streamer. I've done a lots of roleplay on Minecraft series. I even like roleplay in this like big SMP with this character, with this people, blah blah. You know, just like more broad than just like an extension to that person. So then they were getting interviewed. By the way, they were getting interviewed about this friend where they were like getting interviewed. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. Your cost, where do you get it? How much was it? And then I was like, they're having a completely different interview. Like they were just like asking like, oh my god, how was it like role playing with Juan Guarnizo? Oh my god, what do you think about Juan Guarnizo? Oh my god, I hope you get to like roleplay more with like Juan Guarnizo. Oh my god. And I was just like, my brother in Christ. You could have asked so many cool things, but you're just asking me Juan Guarnizo related questions. Cause it's funny, cause like I guess that was like my most famous moment, but at the same time, you know, I feel like me as a content creator, I have done so many things. So yeah, and then in the interview, I was just kind of like standing there being all socially awkward, cause I'm very socially awkward. Why is this like song? Okay, whatever. I was like being like very socially awkward. I'm like very socially awkward. I don't know. It's just like I don't know how to like behave in public. So I don't know when they're not. I was literally like just like staring at people around. I don't know. I like it was an interesting interview. Why am I in Sam's house? I was meant to use the portal. Why am I going downstairs? Oh, wait. I know why I'm here. Hold on. Sorry. Is it a habit thing? What's the word for that? You know, I'm just used to do that thing all the time. I was just, like, kind of auto mode. Sorry. Yeah, I was just like genuinely, chat. I was just like, oh, brother. This is like low-key very disrespectful. In a way, like they don't know it is, but it's kind of like, oh, brother. You're just asking me about this guy. But I'm also my own content creator and I've done stuff. He didn't even know about like my roleplay at all, so it was not even like he was asking me questions about like, oh, how does it feel to be in this character? How does it feel this way? Are you Sam still fighting character? I don't know, man. That guy is not even like logged on the realm. What do you want me to do? How can I make amends with someone that doesn't play on the server? I don't think I want to even make amends. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't make sense character wise. I kind of realized that maybe in another life, another universe, maybe not in this one though. Can still be friends, but you know, at least not in the current scenario. I don't see I just don't see a thingy. Does that make sense? I'm kind of just like trying to see if I can make like a little path that I can like follow later. Cause I know that in here. Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I feel like we didn't have the time to properly get to know each other, and then there's probably like a lot of like clashing things, and I was just like, oh, you've changed. I'm still the same, but you changed. I feel like no, I feel like we both changed. Never mind, no, I feel like we both changed. I feel like that was the issue. I feel like we both met at like very it was a type of situation where we met like really fast and we didn't have proper time to get to know each other. So now when we're getting to know each other, was type of like situation where like, oh, I feel this sort of way towards you and I care about you very deeply and you are very awesome and very cool. But at the same time, this is never going to work out because of the different everything. Does that make sense? Because it was like, I feel like it was kind of like that type of vibe. Humans are cool, thank you. It was kind of like, since Pangy killed me and then I was dead for a couple of time. Okay, I'm gonna explain why it's not, I don't think it's ever gonna work unless Sam has a change of mind. Because I'm very on set. This is like permanent for me. At least for the rest of the server. This is permanent for me. Unless Sam has a change of mind. And things that are gonna work. Because, the Prince Sam that met Pilly 2 and Pilly 2 with Prince Sam, those are like very in the past and already changed characters. Sam met Pilly 2 with Pilly 2 was very like, I love yellow. Everyone in yellow is awesome. I want to see the best in people. I want to work to be the best myself. You know what I mean? I want to work to be the best myself. I don't want to let my people down. I don't want to let anyone down. At the same time that it's like, well, I don't kill people and I want peace and I want every single life to be valued and not taken away. So that really worked well with Sam. And I feel like Sam, even when Sam joined, it was like, this whole kind of like thing about killing bad and all that, you know? But I feel like Sam was like down to like killing people and hunting down people and defending yellow and getting Nirvana to like protect me and all that. But then at the same time, I feel like once Sam got Nirvana and all that and people are still dying, people are still suffering, kind of like realized, and then Sam kind of just got soft for everyone. Sam kind of just had like a little character shift that just wanted to emphasize with everyone, the entire server, no matter faction, no matter whatever they have done, just wanted to help everyone. Which, at some point, that is something literally impossible. That is something that is quite literally impossible to do. Because there's no, like, life does not work like that, you know? Like, no one is ever good. Like, there's always gonna be someone or something that's, like, wrong. There's no perfect scenario where everyone's happy. And the fact that Sam cannot understand and comprehend that and starts affecting, emotionally and all that is just when it becomes a problem. And also the fact that when Pilly 2 was dead, one of the people that talked to Sam the most about Pilly was either Pangy or Ross about Pilly 1. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like that was basically what made it cooked more. Because I feel like in a way, Sam never talked, for example, about the good things too. And I think me and Sam had a conversation about this. I don't know if it was in character. I'm pretty sure it was. That it was basically being like, oh, so Pangy told you a lot of things about me that were bad. Has Pangy told you the things that we did together as Pilly 1 and him that were good? You know, has Pangy told you about the actual good times that we had together? Or has he only told you about the bad things? And he was like, yeah, he only told me about the bad things. And I was like, well, that makes sense now. So I feel like, in a way, Sam is very, like, paranoid. Sam's like a very paranoid, scaredy cat. In a way that which honestly, Sam should just, is this crazy to say, like, out of character now, not everything, by the way, don't clip this. But I just think, like, Sam's character really needs to get their own opinions about things. Is that crazy to say? This is, like, me, like, analyzing characters. This is, like, my moment where I'm just analyzing characters. And I'm just like, dude, Sam just should really get their own opinions. For stuff like this. Because it's, like, every, like, people have done, like, worse things, or have behaved worse, or have done, like, the equal same things that I've done, but when I do it, because of, like, this little idea that Sam's character has of mine, he will, like, amplify it by, like, 1,000,000. Because of things that Peggy said. Which, to some extent, they're true. Of course, you know. Me and Peggy, we were both completely horrible to each other. I kind of want to, like, I kind of know. Well, this is fast, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say, it's like, you know, Pengy was weird when I came back, and then I was, like, weird back as a result, and then it kind of got into, like, that toxic, like, back and forth behavior. With Pilly 2, like, Pilly 2 completely did not like Pengy at all. Like, that guy did not vibe with Pengy at all. Full-on hater, basically. People really glorified the mocap. Wait, are you talking about Pilly 1? Pilly 1 and Pengy? Yeah. I feel like not glorified, but it was just like... it's just like more it's always complicated. I feel like they were not compatible. TBH. Again. I think... This is like, by the way, I'm not, when I'm talking right now, I'm not talking romantically, by the way. I want to make a clarification. I'm not talking about, like, ships and things. I'm talking just basically, like, being, like, friends or platonic or, teammates or whatever, just in general. Yeah, I feel like there's, like, different characters, definitely. For example, Pilly 1 was very protective about their secrets and their past and their identity, of course, because my character is always going to be very protective about its entirety because of, experience that they have suffered in the past. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, chat? I feel like in a way that's like understandable. It's like the first Mocha definitely was more secretive, more kind of like taking things slow until this is like, okay, you know what? I really like the stream. I may not delete the stream. I was thinking about deleting the stream. Maybe I'll keep it on. Okay, so hear me out. The thing that happened was basically, the old Pilly, you know, I've mentioned this a lot, but this is kind of like a lot of, like, backstory that you guys don't know, which I don't really want to mention, because it's, like, something that I'd be like, oh, this is, like, will be really cool to mention at some point on lore, but it's, like, whatever. I've already mentioned briefly, you know, like, how my character does not, like, their only, like, fear slash trauma slash, like, whatever phobia is getting tested on because of the condition and the way that they're not like it's not like full, it's like immortality but not really. Like, for example, full is just kind of like a demigod, or bad boy halo is, I don't know, something, and like all that, and it's just kind of like, it's like a whole different, like, more sad way of immortality. He has been a lap rat in past lives. Or, a good way to mention this is, like, for example, if you guys haven't watched PvP Civilization, the other day I was talking about this. If you guys know PvP Civilization, you know, there's, like, been times that they just mention about farming. This is, like, spoilers, by the way. There's, like, farming Evo for the... Like, if they just farm Evo for, like, infinite swords, because you can just, like, respawn, they can just use them as kind of like an object to make everyone live forever. It's kind of like a thing. It's something like that, not really, but it's just like, you know, sometimes there's been, like, a lot of situations where he's been in this, he's trusted the wrong people. Maybe some people found out things about him without him telling people, or maybe he like, you know, it's like it doesn't happen that often, and it's not that it happens all the time, but it definitely has happened in the past, and it's like something that you learn to be more cautious about the people telling it, especially in a world where everyone is just like confused on how they got there. You know, it's like something that you would usually be more secretive about, because everyone got there, no one knows where they came from, no blah, but no one knows each other type of like yeah, it's an immortality that's more a burden than a good thing, to be honest, because it doesn't apply anything cool. Like, you don't have any like cool powers or cool job or like thingies, like for example bad what chords am I going at? Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. Am I going the wrong way? Is it this way? Holy shit. Wait, I see. Wait, never mind. I think I can connect this. But yeah. Yeah, my character has layers more than just being gay. I know I just do it for the bit, because sometimes I find it really funny. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I do it because I find it funny, but my character definitely has a lot of layers to it, which is with like the behaviors and stuffs and things. But yeah, basically, Pilly 1 was more secretive about it. I feel like the reason why Pilly 2 was kind of like okay to tell some people was because he kind of saw that he was not the only one with this condition. Bye. Thank you for watching. You know, he was not like the only one that was like this way, and everyone kind of didn't react crazy about it, kind of like normalized it. You know what I mean? It's like I think Pilly 2 told like foolish and bad, I'm pretty sure. And then maybe he told a little bit more people, but he basically told them because he knew that they will be the two to understand him better. And also because I just genuinely think he just really trusts his foolish. And now A's having like yeah, he's not living the conditions are different, yeah. Like I feel like when he encounters this sort of characters, of course he's always gonna get an attachment to them, because it's like, oh, you know, I'm not alone in this. You know, I'm not suffering by myself. You know, these people have probably gone through the same things that I've gone through, and they probably understand me better than anyone else, because they understand how hard it is sometimes to live like this. I mean, some people kind of like enjoy it more than others, but you know, it's kind of like that thing where you can just like relate to. I thought it was a creeper. It spooked me. But yeah, that's kind of like the situation. And then Pilly 3, which is just Ace. The thing with Ace is Ace has both memories, and Ace knows that the people in here are chill. If anything, the only thing that he should be actually wary of is the people that he should actually be wary of is probably the Keepers of the Realm. Not on so good terms right now. Yeah, not on such good terms, to be honest. Yeah, he knows, for example, he knows that Foolish is immortal. He knows, like, Fully this is immortal. He knows, like, this, you know, it's kind of like, that's also why Ace, I don't think he knows that Tina is immortal. Oh, I mean, I don't mind if I do. Ooh. But yeah, it's just basically, that's kind of like the, can you leave me alone, you freak? This will be easier for like me to travel to Sam's place back and forth. But yeah, Ace also is kind of like I've explained it before. Ace has an ego. I feel like Ace will be the side of Pilly that actually brags about being immortal and actually considers it a good thing. He embraces that shit. He does not gaff. He genuinely embraces that shit. He sees it as something cool, makes him powerful. Even with the fear of the lab rat thing, yeah. Even with the fear of the lab rat thing. Yeah, Ace is just, I don't know. He's built diff. Bro's built diff. But yeah, basically, going back, because this was like a whole, like, Pangy talk, too, right? Going back with Polygon, I feel like maybe it's just complicated, because I feel like maybe if they had more time together, or they lived in a different scenario, or a different world, or maybe if they, like, ran away, they would have worked in a healthier way. But I also feel like, genuinely, they were not, like, they were not, like, they were not very healthy, or not healthy, like, they were not a good match. I think that's the word that I'm trying to find right now. They were not a good match. Mostly because Pangy is really dependent emotionally. Like, genuinely, that guy needs therapy. Like, I think I called it off, like, one time that I was gonna, like, do something crazy, and I was like, alright, I don't think it's good for me and this guy to be friends still, because this guy's gonna get hurt, and he's gonna die, and it's gonna be my fault, so I just, like, can step back. Because I feel like the first, like, divorce that me and Pangy had, it was definitely, when I was gonna do something crazy. I think so, and I think I told Bad, because I think at that point, I kind of, like, suspected that Bad, you know what I mean? I kind of suspected that Bad, was something different. No, that's okay, no worries. Don't feel sorry about it. Oh, dude, what the hell is this? Okay, let's see if I can, like, remember how to get to Sam's place. We'll find out. But yeah, basically, it was, like, in a way that was, like, okay, listen, I feel like from my POV, it was reasonable for my character to do this, like, knowing the entire context. It's like, okay, I have this really good friend, Pangy. I just met Pangy less than a month ago, okay? We have not met, like, more. Pangy doesn't know a lot about me, okay? Pangy doesn't know a lot about me, doesn't know a lot about my secrets. It's, like, stupid to risk a lot of things and risk your life for someone that you barely just met. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's, like, because I feel like Mocha knew that Pangy would, like, jump in and, like, die. Or, like, he would, like, do something dumb and try and, like, jump in and maybe die, and it was like, I'm not gonna make this, like, kid waste his entire life for me type of situation, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get this dude killed just because I'm doing some stupid stuff. Because he knew that he'll do it, so it was just kind of like, maybe it's just better that I don't get this guy wrapped up in my whole mess with the factions, and with everyone portraying me, everyone portraying me as a villain. Because we need to remember that at that time it was very, like, rough times, but like, with, like, Red Faction and all that, and the weekly kills and all that, right? So, technically, like, if you think about it, it makes sense, because it's like, dude, we just, like, met. I just feel like, in the real world, okay? In a real world, yeah. in the real world, it's like, okay, I have this very big responsibility that I need to do, and I'm also kind of dealing with this, and I also kind of want to do this, right? It makes sense. And this guy that I barely just met, it feels like he will literally die for me, and that's not something that should be good. That is not, like, I care about him. I don't want to see him die. I know, deep inside me, I know that whatever happens here, I'm gonna be okay either way. So I'm just gonna push him away. Oh my fucking god. I'm just gonna push him away. Because I don't want this dude to do kind of like a stupid thing. Kind of like, you know, that thing in Arcane when there's like this scene where it's like when Jinx realizes why Bai never took her to like the little like crime things that they did, because she'll probably do something like reckless and crazy when what was the kid, what was the kid's name, the kid that didn't talk, that died, like sacrificed themselves to save everyone. Do you guys remember? Do you guys know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that situation. It's like, dude, Isha, yeah, when Isha died. So it was kind of like my character was just looking at Pangy doing something like Isha, and it's just like, yeah, no. And also, I feel like even at the time, I don't know, I feel like in the bot or something, I'm pretty sure I mentioned something that I knew that Bad Boy Halo would not put me first than his life. If it was my life or Bad Boy Halo's life, he'll put his life first, and that's something that I liked more about that scenario. Like, he was willing to help me, but also he was not gonna sacrifice his life. Because imagine a scenario. Imagine my character. Okay? Imagine a scenario. You're secretly immortal, okay? You can't die. And you know about this, but you don't tell anyone else about this because you don't want them to see you differently, or you don't want them to see you like a monster. You don't want them to start questioning things and maybe not believing you. Type of situation. So it's just like, imagine someone taking a bullet for you and dying, but they didn't know you already were not gonna die from that bullet, which is why you didn't even like bother to like not get into that situation. Does this make sense to you guys? I think it's making sense to me. Say yes if this is like explaining things. So I feel like that's why the first like Pilly, like Mocha, the original Mocha, and Pengy would not have worked together, because even if they're like, and it's just like even crazy to say, but it's just like I don't know, they definitely had something special, but due to how Pengy is in the realm, and due to the nature of self-destructiveness of my character, and just like things, it would have not worked out. Because I don't know if you guys watched the cinematic, but the reason why my character kind of like killed themselves in the clown fight was because they did not wanted to deal with they just kind of wanted a break. They didn't know that all their crazy stuff would have happened otherwise, but they were just kind of like when a gem poofs. So they just kind of wanted a break. So yeah, they just wanted to. Also, the server's gonna restart. I'm waiting for the server to restart to do things. They just wanted a break. And I think I've said this already, but my fight with Clown, even if I won the fight, I was still dying that day. Like I was still dying that day to Clown again, or to anyone else, or in the many different ways. That death was happening 100%, because like I said, either way, yeah, my character just wanted to not have the red faction responsibility, and he just wanted to be a little bit selfish and think for himself for a little bit. And then with Pilly 2, I genuinely think that they would also have not worked together, because I feel like Pilly 2 was definitely had a different mindset, different morals, and different everything. And I feel like the reason why Pilly 2 was so yellow coated was because Pilly 2 did not like the way that Pengy and Bad Boy Halo handled things, which was the more like kind of chaotic, killing people and causing chaos and doing all that. And also, like, I feel, which is crazy because I think, like, the only lore that I planned when I was, like, in Peru, the only, like, general idea that I was gonna had was kind of like what Foolish is doing to Bad with Peggy. Because you guys know that we don't really plan anything. Like, I just kind of, like, have, like, a general idea where I'm gonna go, and I kind of, like, improvise it all. But I knew, like, the only thing that I was gonna haunt Pengy, but not that way. It was gonna, like, haunt him being like, oh, who are you? I don't remember you. Type, like, kind of like, how Foolish does it to Bad as a prank now, but still kind of like that way. Just, no, just being, like, very sad. And then kind of have, like, this situations where we're just, like, you know, parallel stuff. Kind of like, how Peggy managed the corruption in a way, like giving away things that were once meaningful to him, but he doesn't remember anymore, or saying things or doing things that he generally doesn't even know. That was kind of like yeah, and I feel like the switch in ideas of how we're gonna like go from like that to like, yeah, I think I even had like the idea to still be like his friend, but kind of like have the little like, I still don't know you. I don't know you type of situation. Being like, who are you? We have never met. But I feel like Pangy just like stalking me, of course, is gonna freak out my character. And that's where everything went downhill because I was just like, okay, is this guy behaving like crazy towards me? I'm gonna do that too. And then we just got. It's kind of like, imagine it like this, because this is kind of like how I like to explain my like character relationships in Minecraft. If you guys have ever played The Sims, you know when sometimes, depending on the Sims that you're talking to, sometimes if you tell them a joke, they'll have like negative reactions, but if you talk to another Sim, they will have like positive reactions. I feel like from the start, Pilly 2 and Pangy, just instead of having positive reactions, the bar just started going negative, 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 negative. It just keeps adding a negative, a negative, a negative, to the point that they could not stand each other and they became like actual like haters. I need like sillier music. This music's like making me sleepy. No, that's not good. Okay, better. So yeah, so basically at some point it was like there was like no return. So yeah. I think it was like the way that Pilly 2 was just like genuinely fucking confused what happened. Genuinely just wanted to go back home. Didn't know anyone in here. Everyone was talking a lot of shit. Bro didn't even understand what was going on. Bro barely even like started to comprehend at the start. And then this guy, this just being like too much to you. Because, you know, we have talked how like Pengy was like basically very like emotionally dependent. Okay? Um, you know, like when Pengy was like very emotionally dependent, also Pengy said emotionally immature, etc., 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 etc. Do you guys know what blocks Luke uses for his house? For his base? Did he use wood? I'm still gonna recharge on wood. I know we need to get quartz, but Beverly Hills didn't reply to me. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. I'm kind of lazy, dude. I don't want to do all that if I don't have fortune, but I guess we can do it with silk touch. Wait, I guess we can do. Okay, we're gonna go get quartz in a second. No worries. I'm just refilling my wood. I don't know if he uses wood, but I'm still gonna use wood. Wood's pretty. Quartz and blackstone, blackstone or deep slate. If Billy 2 and there's a penguin claimed to be my best friend and began to stalk me, I'll be freaking out too. Yeah. I feel like also a big factor that comes into play with Pilly 2 that a lot of people generally, if I don't scream it and visually indicated. It's kind of like, you know how like two characters in some shows or things, they're like, okay, you know how like Jace and Victor are gay as fuck, and it's so obvious, but unless the show actually like says it explicitly, they kiss, they're men and they're kiss and they hold hands, people are like, well, actually, I don't think that's true because that was never like explicitly like said on the show. My brother in Christ, be so for, I could have that shit cannot be more obvious. That shit cannot be more obvious. And it's like the same thing with like corruption and Pilly 2, and everyone's like, oh my god, Pilly 2, blah, Pilly 2, blah. And I was just like, dude, I literally look sick. I literally have a voice filter on that makes me sound like some fucking weird fucking thing that's not normal. Nothing about Billy 2's way of looking was normal. And yeah, my character may deny it, because it's like, you know, sometimes when you feel sick, but you also don't want to, like, accept it, so you're like, oh yeah, that's like, whatever, I don't know what you're talking about anyways. And I also came back, which is crazy, by the way. I had to fucking ask for a setup, for fucking setup in Peru, so I could come back the day of the dragon fight. The day that we went to the end. Isn't like the end known to be like super corrupted? Hello? Hello? Damn, that sucks. Exactly, yeah. Like, I explicitly came back after all of this. Even I think when... And I was just like... Yeah. So yeah, Pelly 2 had a lot of, like, behaviors that were not good. That were horrible. But also at the same time, I feel like we can agree that whatever the fuck Pilly 2 is or was or whatever. Why did Pilly 2 begin to chase after Luki? He was bored. He was bored, and Luki is genuinely interesting. Oh, that? Well, that was... Well, okay, so this is like something that Luki understood, but Pengi never, because I don't know... Pengi is one of those guys that if you don't, like, explicitly tell him, hey, dude, this is going on, he does not comprehend, okay? He does not... Because I think till this day, he still thinks that Pelly 2 was the one who was, like, fucking, chasing Loki. Pelly 2 was actually friends with Loki. Pelly 2 was actually really chill and really nice to Loki. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, yeah. Pelly 2 was generally really chill with Luki. I feel like the only times, oh my god, I feel like the only times that I actually, like, chase Luki and kill him, I'm pretty sure I did it with the Pelly 1 skin, which I was like, okay, oh my god, can you, like, leave me alone? Can you guys, like, leave me alone? Yeah, I did it with the Pelly 1 skin. And I think I even took off my boys filter, and I was like, okay, this cannot be more obvious that the person who is chasing Luki is not Pelly 2, but Pelly 1. Or at least some sort of manifestation of the old Pelly, you know? Whoa. But then Panky's just like, oh no, yeah, Pelly 2 tried to, like, kill Luki so many times, like, do you remember, like, all those times that we were, like, trying to kill Luki? And Pelly 2 was just like, brother, what are you even on about? I never did that. I don't even have memory of that. You're, like, making that shit up. I feel like there is, like, a lot of, like, it was for, like, an entire week that me and Pangy were, like trying to, like, work her shit out because we got, like, the get along shirt or something. And it was, like, it was like Pangy was just like, you're like a horrible person. You have to try. You try to kill Lukey so many times, and then of course Pilly 2 has no memory or recall of that, and he's just like, brother, you're just like lying to me. Like that is just crazy. And like even Pangy saw the Pilly 1 skin that one time. Like I feel like there was a lot of times that I wore that Pilly 1 skin with the purple eyes, which is also an indicator that that's not completely Pilly 1. Is that crazy? Is that crazy to even say, chat? So yeah, I feel like till this day, he still believes that it was Pilly 2 chasing Loki. Which, honestly, even Loki understood that. Like, I think we had a conversation, Pilly 2 and Loki had a conversation being like, hey dude, if something is running at you and looks kind of like me, but is not me, turn around and run and pray for your life. But yeah, no, yeah. I feel like Pilly 2 generally had no problems with anyone. Pilly 2 generally didn't have any issues with anyone, just with Pangy. And Bad sometimes, because he didn't like how Bad kind of like did stuff. Oh my, can you like all leave me alone in mine, please? Oh, why is there lava? Yeah, but that's like Pilly 2 and Pangy were they're just like actual like enemies. And then I feel like Ace is kind of like, you know what? I don't get paid enough to care. I generally think that Ace is not that like, because of, yeah, he has like Pilly 1 memories, but also Ace is not Pilly 1. Like Pilly 1 is not, Pilly 1 is gone. It's dead. But at the same time, he's just like, yeah, they're also stupid. Like I feel like it's in a way that it's like, oh, Pilly 1 was stupid, Pilly 2 was stupid, Pangy is stupid. I don't have time. They don't pay me enough for this shit. I genuinely cannot gaff. Like I genuinely cannot gaff. As long as Pangy doesn't get in his way, Ace doesn't gaff about him. He just thinks Pangy's stupid. And he just thinks that Pilly 2 was also a little bit stupid, but also, you know, corruption. And he also thinks that Mocha was stupid, so. I mean, he does have a superiority complex in some sort, so that makes. Oh no, no. Does that make sense, chat? It makes sense to me. But yeah. That's why he doesn't really mind it, because a lot of, I won't say that it's like on good terms. I won't say it's completely neutral. I will say there's still like some things that are kind of like a, ooh, brother. You know? But yeah. Oh, also, I feel like a thing of why Pangy and Luki, besides, of course, you know, Pangy, Luki out of character, they're generally really good friends. And have, like, a really good, like, chemistry. I feel like, the reason why, like, Pangy's character became so attached to Luki, it's because they both kind of, like, are very dependent characters. At least that's how I see it. Like, Pangy found someone that he could be dependent on in a moment of full vulnerability. Because that was like a big thing with Pilly 2. Pilly 2 was being like, hey guys, what Pangy's doing is not a healthy coping mechanism of his best friend that just literally died. He should not do all that. Oh, I hope Pilly doesn't get mad at one ruined wedding. Dude, do they really? It's so funny because they genuinely think that my character is like some evil ex that's still in love with Pangy. Which is fucking crazy, by the way. That's how you know how many, like, mischaracterization and miss everything is out there. Because why would I gaff? Like, if they want to get married, I mean, sure, go on. Why would I gaff? Now, if we're talking about Sam, then maybe I'll gaff. But if we're talking about Pengy, I genuinely did not gaff. If he wants to get married, divorced, marry again, married into a polycule, divorced, adopt a kid, genuinely don't gaff. Like, I feel like it's because they have the impression that the amount of times that I'm, like, being jealous, it's in character, but no, it's just me out of character because I miss Peng and I hate him. Because he has a healthy lifestyle, which means that he is never on a time zones that I'm on, and we can never hang. Not even in the realm anymore, which is sad. Because, like, Pengy genuinely goes... Like, that is crazy. Like, that is crazy. Pengy genuinely goes to sleep at, like, 2 or 3 p.m. my time. And I wake up at, like, 12. And when I wake up, I usually just... Yeah. No, like, I've said it multiple times. Like, as a joke and not as a joke. Like, Pengilly is dead. It is dead, man. Dead, dude. I don't think my character generally gaffs. I feel like the side that kind of would have probably give a fuck is dead. So, yeah, deal with that, I guess. I just want to play with Pengy, man. I don't even care if it's Minecraft and other games. I just want to play with Pengy. Which I'm so, by the way, I can't wait to be in Europe. I swear to God, dude, I can't wait to be in Europe because I'm finally gonna have time to hang out with Pengy at the same time zones, dude. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, I'm gonna kill this asshole. Really? Kill the gas. Oh my God. See, this is why I say my goat's washed. Owie. Yay. Oh my God, 14 from one hit? Oh, why did I do that? 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 Retreat! I hope Sam doesn't get mad that I made a little road for his base. Not face them? My brother in Christ. You know how much damage all of those things would have done to me. Yeah, I feel like in the same way. It's like, wait, let me finish with Pengy. He's very strong. Yeah, I'm very strong, bro. So you guys don't understand how crazy mobs scale sometimes in this server, especially when they have big modded weapons. You can't really predict that situation. You don't really know if they're gonna, like, one-shot you or not, or, like, two-shot you, so you play it safe. What was I gonna say? Honestly, yeah. The whole thing with Pengy and Lukey is really interesting, because if you guys have to consider that Lukey joined the day that Pengy blew up my house. Like, that was the day that he joined the realm. I don't even know how they got to become friends. I think it was because Lukey got, like, kind of, like, sided with Green. That's kind of how they became friends. I don't really recall. But basically, yeah, it was, like, in a moment, for example, I feel like how they made such a strong bond is because Pengy was having, he was grieving, and he had this very big spot that was just kind of, like, empty now. That was kind of like his emotional support. Like, you know, Pengy was really emotionally dependent on the old Mocha. Yeah. He was, like, very emotionally dependent on Mocha, so... now there's this guy in green who also doesn't have anyone else. because everyone's just being kind of like pointing fingers and being like, witch, witch, you know what I mean? Everyone's just kind of like, witch. So I feel like they both kind of like need each other, or like look at each other on a team to rely on. And then Peggy just kind of needed someone to fill in for the gap and all the sad things that he was like feeling, I guess, and all like the stresses he was also getting from my character. And that's why it has such a strong bond. And now, they have kind of like a sort of healthy, sort of like thing because they work well. I wouldn't say it's. I don't know if it's like healthy, cause like, here's the thing. My question is, has Pengy's character evolved to the point that if hypothetically Lukey and Pengy had a divorce, will Pengy want to kill everyone again? That is like what I'm curious about. If his character, like Pengy's character, has some sort of like evolution / development. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. But yeah, it's basically like this character that's very like codependent emotionally on a single person, that basically their entire like life kind of revolves around them. It's also kind of my character too, but we don't talk about that. Anyways, well, that's more Pilly too than Ace, to be honest. But yeah, basically, and then you have Lukey. That Lukey's just like, he's not aggressive. He's not really gonna kill anyone. Bro is like lost 90% of the time. Bro's barely fuck shit. And I feel like Lukey is the type of person that will never yell at you in a very angry tone, or cuss you out, or like tell you to kill yourself or something like that. Is that crazy? Like, which is such like a nice counterpart to Balance in a way. And also, Lukey does not push away. He does the total opposite, which is a thing that Pengy kind of needs to be stable. Except when drunk. Well, you know. Yeah, one time happened. Yeah. You know, drunk Lukey. But Lukey's been only drunk like once, canonically, on the realm. Like, at least that has. Well, also out of canon, but you know what I mean. Oh, AMC is here. La 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 la. I'm just building. I'm not spreading anything. Yay! AKA, I'm very sad and lonely in Sam's base, but wanted to clarify, 'cause I've heard things. That's not suspicious at all. I'm doing it on purpose. Oh, let's be honest. Who they're gonna point fingers at? I was gonna be me anyways. You guys are so dramatic. What are they gonna do? Fight me? I'll beat them up. Slash Jen. Slash Jen, what are you gonna do? Call Keeper on me? I'm just gonna start throwing corruption at them. They're gonna banish. What are they gonna do with me? Like, genuinely. What are they gonna do against me? They have no proof. I'm not even lying. I'm not doing anything. Anyways, continue with the talk, yeah. Another thing with Sam, it's just like, if you grab mine and Sam's character, and I don't know, it's just like, like I was saying earlier, I feel like Pilly 2 was very different from the current Pilly. And Sam just kind of met me for a day only. Like, he didn't have enough chance to know, like, everything about me. And he still kind of doesn't know everything about me. Because I feel like at this point, anything that I tell him about me is just going to make him more paranoid and crazy and thingy. And also, Sam is known for loving to make his characters suffer and be doomed. So, I'm going to be honest. At this point, it is not up to me is not up to me if it gets fixed or not. I think it's more up to Sam, TBH. Dude, I don't think my character will ever get married. Is that crazy to say? Getting married is a commitment for life, and that doesn't really work when you're immortal, does it? Even if my character who is still very aromantic and asexual, by the way, it's just like you just see things as like everything's temporal for them, unless of course, yeah, everything's just temporary. Nothing's permanent like that. Like till that something apart, whatever it is. Yeah. So it is basically that's how it basically works. I feel like there's no way for it to work unless Sam stops being the hero of the world, which I don't think is gonna happen. And I don't think because I've seen tweets about Pilly should just corrupt Sam. No. There's two people. I feel like maybe even Foolish, but no. There's two people I wouldn't do that to. Foolish and Sam. Unless they explicitly ask to get corrupted. I don't think I would. Yeah, no. A lot of people genuinely think that my characters, like, friends or relationships in any sort of way don't really work. But it's because it's really hard for them to work because there's so many layers to it. Like, there's insane amount of layers to the character that genuinely make it almost impossible for things with such deep connections to actually work like that. Does that make sense? Why you become a hero when you become a villain? I don't know. I don't like playing hero. um but yeah, it's just like I feel like the way that my character finds it so easy to push people away is because he's done it so many times at this point. It's like, oh my god, here we go again, having this conversation for the millionth time. Someone is basically like, Pilly, I don't fuck with you anymore. And it's just kind of like, well, I don't think we should talk then. Because I'm not gonna waste my time going into this cycle of like, let's try and make them work. And then it's just like, okay, but we could try again to make it work. Okay, but maybe this one time it will work. We've talked again. We're communicating, but still not working. It's kind of like hitting a wall again and again and again. At some point, you do it so many times where you're just like, man, I know where this is going. I'm not doing all that. They're not paying me enough. Thank you, but I rather focus on myself and do things for myself. They want to tell you what to do? I feel like Sam told me things, but maybe he didn't realize that his actions told another story. Yeah, I feel like the way that my character sees lives at this point, he's kind of like tired of it, but it's kind of like, he just sees people as like experiences in time. Since everything's like most of the time temporary, ends up dying, ends up falling apart. It's just kind of like constant cycle of things doing all that. He's just like, I love why that's why it's also so easy for him to be like, yeah, I love why this while this lasted, but I feel like there's nothing else to do here. We're gonna go in circles with this, or this is not something that I want to do anymore. And he just moves on really easily from things. Are there any other characters that are gonna introduce you? Wait, what do you mean? I mean the realm? Dude, honestly, I think this might be the last one. I'm not doing all that, TBH. The reason why I did another Pilly was because I was just kind of getting tired of Pilly 2 being like, yeah, by the way, I don't kill anyone. I don't do violence. I was just like, dude, people are being mean to me. I need to clap back. I can't do this, dude. Versus a Pilly, there's been multiple. There's been a lot. I feel like after a while, the whole trope of, like, doing a new thing kind of gets tiring. This will be the character that I use until, I don't know, it gets killed, or the server ends, or till eternity. I have no idea, brother. Yeah, no. Yeah, Sam is just... Like, Sam hasn't even seen the corruption, dude, and I feel like maybe Sam will understand that it's me doing it. And I feel like that's just gonna make everything worse, because he's like, dude, why are you doing this? Stop it. And then I'll be like, why would I stop it? Does that make sense? I'm having a hard time identifying. This is like Pilly 2 and Ace, but honestly, it is more the embodiment of Ace than anything. Pilly 2's, I feel like how I see it, it's just kind of like Pilly 2's memories are there, and Pilly 2's emotions are there, but the most part of the body is just Ace. Like the grand majority of everything, like the physical way of looking is Ace. Most of everything is just Ace. It's just kind of like the rest of the emotional, it's kind of like between them both. But mixed memories, yeah, if you want me to explain it, it's just like Steven Universe fusions. There's no better way to explain it than that. Is AMC alive, by the way? I'm feeling very sleepy. I'm on a raid AMC. I'm feeling very sleepy, chat. I know this is a short stream, but I also... To be honest, never watched that. Maybe someone can explain it to you. Oh, don't worry about it. That's okay. I'm gonna raid AMC and I'm gonna go to sleep because it's almost 3 a.m. and, you know, I had a whole convention. Alright, AMC television. Clearly not evil. Abuse. Evil. Ah, fuck. Super villain. Super corruption villain is going to sleep now. Dude, even the phantoms hate me. I'm going to sleep. In real life. So I'm not like a vampire. Like Edward. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.